So now if we talk about the shoulders and kind of the thoracic or the scapular region here, a couple of common misconceptions with this that we wanted to clear up. First one is just, again, the general positioning of the shoulders. So what we'll often see is the shoulders will be kind of rolled forward and the thumbs will kind of rotate in as well. And this is what's known as a kyphotic posture, or having that rounding in the upper mid back. And the second one is what we refer to as military posture, where people are shrugged down and back like this, very rigid on the backside, and have a very flat thoracic spine. Whatever your personal posture is or individual posture is, there's no real right or wrong. It's just understanding how you need to accommodate your position for different exercises based on how you are. So if you're somebody who's in this rounded kyphosis position, we just want to think open chest, big chest, right? It's not pinning the shoulders down and back. It's just making sure that the logo on the front of your shirt is visible, just opening that chest cavity up. If you're somebody who is in this military lockdown position, we actually want you to kind of round a little bit, feel a little bit more mobile, and feel inclined to kind of glide with your movements, right? So another common thing with the shoulder girdle is hugging through the traps or pulling through the traps. So we'll see this on rows where instead of, opening that chest cavity up, people will shrug through the traps to perform their rows or their press. That is something that ubiquitously we don't want to necessarily see. So if you're somebody who's commonly shrugging up into the traps, go back to that big chest, open chest position, and really try to work to get into your lats. And a tip for that is to change your hand position. So if you're doing a press or a row and you're starting to get into this position here and can't seem to get your lat activation, just open your hand up a little bit, or if it's a row exercise, open your hand completely, and that'll help you to kind of get your lat emphasized in the movement as opposed to being up in here. Last thing on the shoulders, when we're doing any kind of rowing position here, a very common thing is for people to think, squeeze down and back, drive down and back. And we don't always necessarily want to lock our scapula down. We want to let it glide as we're coming into the end range here, and then just kind of hug back to that midline as we're going into the row phase. But a little bit of scapular movement coming forward isn't a bad thing. So don't be so rigid on your rowing or your pressing.